right? So the 369, we're talking about 369 here and what it is. And it's main dimensional portals for for the infinite nine, 3, 6, and 9. So 3 is creative completion, 6 is receptive completion, and 9 is a spiritual completion. It is the, that's why we have babies at the end of 9 months. 9 months is the gestation phase, and it's time to be birthed out and enter into a new cycle. It's time for step one. Babies come out of the womb, it's time to be birthed out and go into their first year. It's time to take that first step. 3 is usually creative completion. And if you notice, it's three. It's always by sets of three. So you have a first set of creative completion brings you to that 3. The next set of creative completion brings you to the 6, which is a receptive completion. It's where you take that creative completion and bring it into a space of receptivity, being receptive. Right? I know I'm all rusted out right now in the red, gold, and green because I'm in my Zen. And at first the sun was out here and it was beaming, beaming, beaming. I was catching my light codes, but now the wind is coming in. All right. So the 6 is that receptive completion. Ashe, thank you for the hearts. Keep it coming, keep it coming. That's how we open up the pathways. Um, and then another set of 3, which is another set of creative completion, brings us to the 9, the spiritual completion. So we need 3 sets of creative completion to bring us to spiritual completion. It doesn't just mean being spirit, but everything is spirit. Ashe. It is bringing yourself to the spiritual completion, is saying this is the complete cycle. And then you cycle out, loop, and go into the next 9. Ashe. Ashe. Queen, sister, welcome in. Peace, love, and light. D2, I see D2. Where are you coming through? All that stuff sounds like hard work, sweetheart. Oh, it's really not that hard. It's just understanding the power of 3. It's very simple. We see the power of 3 in everything. Like we see 3 phases of water, let's say H2O. It's either a solid ice, a liquid water, or it's gas, right? I'm here too. Okay, I'm here. I'm here. D2, welcome. Yes. We can rap for real. Rap with me now. Rap with me now. Right? So this is for those who are, this is for everybody, but for those who really are like tapping into the next frequencies, tapping into your next, receiving these frequencies and tapping into your next timeline. And so 369 is deeper than we think. That's what really just like blew my mind on Friday, that I had to share. And I need to post a video here on YouTube. Forgive me, YouTube. I have not been posting like I normally do. I'm getting prepared for the retreat, y'all. So I'm speaking to those who are interested in the retreat. If you happen to see this message and I haven't gotten back to you, or you weren't able to connect, we still have like 3 spots left, because I told you all it's very intimate. It's 6 spots. So this is an ancestral passage. And so for those who've been feeling the spirit guides and the ancestors, and when I say ancestors, I'm not talking about just the people that pass, like grandma, grandpa, but there's an energy to that. There's something that's passing through the bloodline. I'm speaking about the wisdom. The ancestors in the wind are the wisdom in the wind. It is codes, it is dormant codes that we are unlocking from deep down within. Those ancestors, those retrieval codes, they're calling us. They're saying, remember me. Remember me. Not just remember who I am because I was your grandma and your grandpa and your great what. Remember the codes that run through your DNA. In order to activate them, we have to remember them. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Continue to tap the hearts, right? When and where. It is actually this month. Like I've been telling people, hey, if you got your income tax, don't finish it yet. Go ahead and sign up for the retreat if you can. It's going to be the end of April 23rd through the 26th, or 23rd through the 29th. You have a choice in the package, right? You can do 3 days or you can do 6 days, because it's a 2-part. It's very interactive. The first part is very sacred, having you in that space and really connecting back. It's a deep level grounding and connecting with the earth, just like I've been doing all day coming out the womb. When I came out that sweat lodge, I don't know if anybody here has done a sweat lodge. Ashe, 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 grand rising. How you know? I'm like, you must be pushing time. Are you a time pusher? Are you waking? Are you just waking up? You must be pushing time. I just came through time pushing. I'm actually cycling through again. I had to do it back to back. For those who want to know more about time pushing, you can check out my video. Like, I labeled it Pushing Time. Pretty recent, not too long ago. But oh, where and when? It is in Jamaica. The retreat is in Jamaica, Ancestral Passage Retreat. It is a Sankofa journey. It is a Sankofa healing, right? For those who don't know what Sankofa is, it is standing in the present, looking back, look back at it, looking at the past to retrieve the codes, to unlearn, relearn, rewrite what we thought once was. We bring back something new. That's why it's a bird that represents, like the symbol is a bird that looks back to retrieve an egg, because the egg represents something new. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Greetings, greetings, peace, love, and light, and welcome in. So, she said, unfortunately, I can't make this one. That's okay. It's a 3-part. This is phase 1. I'll be doing 3. So if you didn't make this one, and there's always tomorrow. I just saw 222. There is, the next one's going to be around the summer, around July, August, and then the third one may be around October. So we'll be doing 3. This is a 3-phase Ancestral Passage retreat that is going to take us to the ultimate, which is the retreat in Africa, right? That one will be the following year, or maybe the year after. But it's, for me, I'm feeling like 2027 is going to be that year. Maybe I'll go in 2027 and open the way and prepare everything for everybody to come in 2028. So either way, we'll be doing it, right? I'll be there late July. Oh, you're gonna be there? Okay, okay. Maybe you're giving me a little time frame there. Maybe I'll, because I didn't know which July or August. So maybe you're giving me something to work with. Ooh, I'm getting a little peek of the sun coming back out. So yes, this retreat is for anyone who is expatriating, right? Planning their exodus. You know, for those of us who know, you got to know where you want to be in 2030. You got to know where you want to be in that 2-3, in the big 2-3, you know, 2030. Yeah, you got to know where you want to be, because things are going to be looking a whole lot different. They already looking kind of different now. They're already in play. Certain things are in play. So it's just a matter of knowing where you want to be and preparing yourself. And if it's to stay where you are, you still want to learn how to leave the matrix. If you want to stay, you know, in this space, in the America, if that's for you, then you want to know how you want to exist here. It's still going to be a way you're going to, I don't like to tell people what they have to do, but you still want to find a way to detach, right? This is why I'm doing the Detox to Detach right now. The Detox to Detach program. We're doing it for a week. We've been detoxing since last week. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Thank you for joining. Thank you for following D2. Because, you know, we could rap. And this is really like next level, right? So like I said, the ancestors, this is not like, oh, I need to go find my ancestors. This is unlocking dormant codes. I guarantee you. And I'm not soliciting, I'm simply speaking to those who need to hear the resonance, those who it resonates with, those who it's calling, whether it be this one or the next one, so you can start falling in alignment with your assignment, whatever that is for you. So this retreat is to retreat your soul, retreat yourself. And it's a Sankofa healing that's allowing you to peel certain layers, look back at what we need to look back at, and undo what we need to undo. Find the patterns in us. Find the patterns, our familial patterns, something I was speaking today about with those who are here, right? Continue to tap. Thank you for joining in. Continue to tap the hearts. We got to be like tap dancing here. Tap, 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 because that's how everybody, you know, find the coordinates. Tap it up, tap it up. So we were talking about the 369. I'm a celestial earth, by the way, energy alchemist, 5D pioneer, a little bit of a lot of everything. What's the other name? Oh, Reiki master. Yes, so I can send you the Reiki you need. So the 369, we're talking about the creative completions 3, the receptive completion 6, and the spiritual completion 9. And what just really blew my mind with this, for one, I understand that it is the three-dimensional portals. People use it to manifest, but it's to understand, overstand, and understand that these are the three main dimensional portals out of dimension 3, 6, and 9. Out of 1 through 9. Okay, the 3, 6, and 9 are like, let's look at it like mile markers, if you will, or a portal. It's main dimensional portals. So you go to the 3 and here's your creative completion. You portal through and you continue on and you portal through, and it's activating as you portal through to the receptive and then to the spiritual. You're activating what it is that you need to activate, and that's how you manifest, right? It's not just a manifesting how people use it. Some people use it like, I'm just going 3, 6, 9 everything, and right. But if you don't have a true connection, if you're not working in your soul, the 3 into the 6 into the 9, if you're not having an experience of a creative completion, there's something in your soul that you're doing that activates this, right? There are many people working the 3, 6, 9. Peace, love, and light. Oh, chosen girl, welcome in, welcome in. There are many people activating the 3, 6, 9, and they don't even know nothing about 3, 6, 9. So it's not something that you just remember and write it down. And these are the misconstrues. Is that right? Am I saying that correctly? You know what I mean. This is how people misconstrue using these, let's say, spiritual tools. They'll think, oh, I just got to write this down, or I just got to remember this. And that's not quite how it works. It is what you appropriate and then what you embody, and everything is an energetic conversation. So it doesn't matter what you know and say with your mouth. Not that it doesn't matter at all, because we got to start somewhere. It's the beginning, right? You got to know it to even know what to do with it. So it's the beginning. However, the next step is we got to embody it. We got to practice it. We got to learn it, experience it, practice it, embody it, which is when we're mastering it. And it doesn't mean you've mastered it like you just know everything at all. You are in the mastery of it. Means that you know how to experience it every time and bring it back to the beginning. The wisest man knows he knows nothing at all. So when you master something, like some people master things and they kind of pompous about it, and they, it's not about being up there when you master something. It's about a humility, right? A type of humility. Thank you. Keep sending the hearts. Let me keep tapping too, because that's how you all get to find a frequency. I got to keep tapping the hearts, or as we speak in here, it's engagement, and it opens the avenues for you all to come through. So it's not just, oh, I've mastered it. That's it. Like I'm a Reiki master, and I don't really go around telling people that a lot, because I've always been energy. And that's what Reiki is, intelligent life force energy. And I've always been that. We are all energy, but I've always been into it, like intentionally, purposefully about energy. I look at the energy of plants, people, plants is my recent thing right now, because I used to look at tree huggers like, what is wrong? What is y'all doing? Why are y'all hugging the tree? But when you understand the wisdom that is in the tree, oh, you're going to want to hug that tree. When you understand that the tree extracts, when you're in your wounds and your traumas, the best thing you could do is go sit beside a nice big tree like that one right there. Yeah, sit beside the trunk of that tree, give it a hug, cry, release what you need to release, give it into the tree, because the tree is alchemizing that for you. The thing about alchemy is being intelligent enough to know that you don't got to do it alone. We got the divine, we got the Medu Neter all around us, that divine nature all around us. We got the plants tell you everything. The wisdom in the wind is blowing through, and it's carrying that information, especially in this 5D atmosphere. In the 5th dimension, everything is in the atmosphere. It's always been, but we are now expanding to that 5th dimension. So we're witnessing it, we're observing it, we're receiving it, because we're more receptive to it. Now we're seeing how energy really moves around us, but it was always like this, right? This is why Yeshua moved in the 4th dimension that they could not understand, because they was so 3D. They wasn't even 3D like what 3D is now. We talking about 2,000 years ago. They was so 3D. So Yeshua would always be speaking to them. That's why he said, it's like y'all walking with me, but It's like y'all don't get it. I forgot the way he said it in his words, but you don't understand. Like y'all not getting it. This is what he said to the disciples. Y'all walking around with me, but you're not getting it. Right? I'm doing research on indoor plants. Yes, keep doing your research. Keep understanding the plants. Keep talking to the plants. All right? Because this plant kingdom, this is 2D consciousness. Right? This is our information. And so let me get back to this because I wanted to share that as the wisdom in the wind is passing through, right? This is what the leaves are like. The leaves are like typewriters in the atmosphere. They're translating, they're passing information, they're transcribing, if you will. The leaves are like transcribes, birds. So they're like, toot, toot, toot. The wind blows and it's like, toot, toot, toot. Got it, got it. There are codes in the wind. There are wind codes. There are codes in the light. The light hits the leaf of the plant is taking in that information. This is why when you're eating light foods, which are foods of first trophic level, meaning foods that come from plant life, is light food, because plant life gets the light codes first. Breathe it in, and then they give us the oxygen. Plant life gets those codes first. Right? And so do we if we sit out in the sun and it touches our skin. It's like a photosynthesis. Melanin activation gets kicking in and we're having a conversation with the sun, with the wind. Right? So right now as you see and you hear the wind, this is a whole conversation. And it spreads it where it needs to go and the leaves start typing. The wisdom in the wind, listen to the breeze through the leaves. Ashe, thank you for the hearts. And so when you sit outside and you ground and these are all forms of recharging. And as we move into that next level, these are things that we got to do to, stabilize the light grid, to stabilize our nervous system as we're calibrating along the light grid. Right? So understanding how this works, the ins and outs, how do I say, bring it back to me, spirit. I want to say the shadow work, understanding what we need to release because we can't take it all with us. Ashe. So as I was saying about the 369, right, I didn't even get into the big whoop, y'all. Listen to this. For those who in the 369, those of you who came in, drop in the chat 369 369. Let me know the 369 that's on your mind. If you know about that 369, I'm speaking to the 369ers. So what I saw was that, yes, I'm aware that there's a portal. They are all major portals. Now, the angel numbers, stick with me, y'all. Let's see if you can follow through with this. You can write it down. If you don't believe me, get your pen, write it down. Ashe, chosen one, you know about that 369. If you write down the angel numbers, 111, 222, 333, 44, all the way to 9, those numbers equal 369 every time. The angel numbers equal 369 every time. Those three numbers. 111 is a 3, right? I'm going to show you the rows so you can see it. So let's do the row of 3. 111 is a 3. 444 is a 12, which 1 and 2 is 3. 777 is 21, which again 2 and 1 is a 3. So those numbers 111, 444, 777 are 3. So that is they are representing the creative completion of this main dimensional portal. Now the middle row, this is all the 6s. 222 is a 6. 555 is 15. 5 and 1 is 6. 888 is 24. 2 and 4 is 6. So all of those numbers activate some type of main dimensional portal of 6. Activates this receptive completion as the 6. Right? Now when you look at this was the sweet cherry on top for me. When you look at the 9s, the last column, 333 is a 9. Right? 666. 3 6s are 18. 8 and 1 is 9. 999 is 27. 2 and 7 is a 9. So look at the power in those three, 333, 666, 999, all equals 9. So they are operating through the dimensional portal of 9, right? Stick with me for those who are aware of the 369. I don't think anybody seen it, like I'm giving it fresh off the pot, from not so fresh, but from Friday. So Spirit was highlighting it to me. That's why it's not that I didn't know it wasn't the main dimensional portal, but now I got an inner sight as to why it is a main dimensional portal, because of it all equaling 9. So when you get to 3, the first dimensional portal, when you get to 3, it is embodying, it is activating a type of spiritual completion. Because if you see 333, if you see 333, it is going to be a 9. So there is, all of them equal a 9, right? If you see 666, it is going to be a 9. So it's now activating. That's how 6 becomes the next main dimensional portal, because it is still a spiritual completion of 9. And then 9, oh, it's just the 9 of the 9s. You know, we know 9 is a spiritual completion. When you add it 3, when you do 3 times, it is 27. It is 9. So it is activating that. And this is why they are the main dimensional portals, 369, because it's 9 every time. Ashe? GP, are you with me? Let me know if y'all with me. Who got that? If you got that, say got it, or say 369, right? If you got that, let me see. Where is my ones and zeros? What do you mean by that? Where's your one? Ashe, you got it. 369. Do demons evolve as angels evolve? Oh, best believe. I call it devolve. Their evolution is a devolution, because they evolve into their demonic behaviors. Like, unless you mean, do they evolve out of being demons? And they can. Demons, which, by the way, demons I call, our unhealed wounds. Our unhealed wounds are our demons. This is why it's very important to release, to let go of the shadows. It's very important that you seek your shadows, that you find out what they are, that when they come up, you don't sit in the pity pool with it. You recognize it and you say, okay, this came to teach me, this came to show me, this came to bring me through me and to me, because everything is a reflection of you. Ashe? Okay, you got it? Okay, we got it. Anybody else on TikTok got the 369 concept? Like, do we all see that right there? My numerology, right? I didn't even know y'all was still talking. Let me scroll up. I might have missed some. Yep, 999. There we go. I know y'all see. There go my people. I know you get this. 369, the infinite 9, and it exists in the dimensions of the infinite 9, because all we do is go 1 through 9 and back again. 1 through 9 to 10 and back again. Infinite 9. That is the numbers. You cannot go past 9. If you do, you're just going to another level of 9. Right? If you pass 9, you go into 10, and 10 is a 1. You go to 11, and 11 is a 2. 1 and 1 is 2. If you go to 12, 12 is 3. You see what I'm saying? So you just keep repeating 1 through 9 every time. Hence the number infinite 9. And when y'all look into 9, for those who want to really check it, you can put it on your calculator. You could do it right now. Put a bunch of numbers in your calculator, and any number times 9. And whatever that number is, I guarantee you it equals 9. Meaning, if you get a long, let's say you put 2, 4, 5, 6. 2, 4, 5, 6 times 9. And whatever answer you get, add all those digits up, and you're going to get 9. That shows you the infinite power, the power of infinite 9, which embodies the 3 and the 6. Ashe? Right? Interesting. Yesterday I kept seeing 666 and 1111. That's your angels of your angel numbers, but I call them, for those of you who know me by now, these are your angels of light. The angels of light that you channel, that you attract, that you confirm, because you are on a certain track. You send a certain vibration out, and the energy responds back to you as confirmation as what you do, what you're doing, what you're going through. 666. It's showing you this receptive completion to the degree of a spiritual completion. Because as we just said, 666 is a what? Say it for me, y'all. 9. So it is the receptive completion to the degree of a whole cyclical, a whole, not cyclical, but a whole spiritual completion. And a spiritual completion just equals the end of a cycle that is ready for birth into a new cycle. Hence why we give birth at 9 months. Ashe? Ashe, Ashe. I'm glad you got it. I'm glad you got it. Like when I say it was a beautiful experience when I saw it, I was like, y'all know that emoji with the mind blown? I was like, that's why. It is the main dimensional portals. It is a marker point for every time. And this goes through all of our existence on multiple levels. This is a multi-dimensional answer that I'm giving you. This is not just one dimensional, right? This is going through the dimensions in your soul, through the dimensions in your mind. This is going through the dimensions within your life, because we go through these dimensions as we are evolving through. It's like a part of a creative process. Ashe? Ashe, Ashe. Hey, babes. Hey, hey, hey. Control, control. Tough man, what's up? Peace, love, and light. Let me just make sure I didn't miss any. Okay. Okay, let me, oh, come on, camera. Work with me now. Listen to me now. I hear ringing. Okay. Your ears are ringing, or you hear it in my background? That beautiful frequency. 9 is completion. Exactly. That's what I'm saying to you all now. 9 is that completion. It's a spiritual completion. We got different completions. Like I said, the 3 is creative completion. 6 is receptive completion. And sorry about that. The wind is blowing. And the 9 is that spiritual completion. Right? So it's levels to this. It's levels to this-ish. So, and then 12 is a cyclical completion. That's why we see 12 as, you know, the 12 houses or gates, whatever you choose to call it. We have 12 numbers on the clock. That's what the 12 disciples are talking about. Like, it's metaphysically also speaking about that completion of 12. And for some of you who look at 13 as well, yes, the 12 is inclusive of that 13, right? Because when you look at, it's like you got to include you. So there's a cyclical cycle that is around you. That's the tick of the tock of the, you know, cosmic clock. And it's you. So the 12 in you is 13. If you look at Yeshua and the 12 disciples plus him makes 13, which brings you to the Christ consciousness awareness in you when you're operating at the degree of 13. So, you know, this is not something that we really got to argue about. Like, some people be like, oh, it's not 12, it's 13. Regardless, when I say 12, I know that I'm included. I'm the 13. Ashe? 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. Yes, yes. Interesting. Yesterday, okay, I saw that. And then also, chosen girl, 11 is it's like 11 is a master number. So it's master enlightenment. Master enlightenment, which is letting you know, for some people that see, I'm not even gonna lie, when I saw a whole lot of 11, and I'm not saying this happens every time, but when I saw a whole lot of 11, it was that warning of, it's like everywhere I went, 11, and that, to be honest, was before my dark night of the soul. Welcome in, peace, love, and light. Keep tapping it up, tapping up the hearts so that more people can find us. That was right before, or so that they can find the frequency, because it's not about me. It's not like, oh, please blow up the spot. It's really, the more we tap, the more we open the pathways. And with intelligent life force energy, intelligent energy knows where to go, knows who to grab, knows how to bring them here. It may be just for a moment. It may be something that you needed to hear as you dropped in for a moment. But if those who find it, these are the frequencies that they were able to tap into some way, shape, or form. So when we tap it, we keep it going, we keep it open so that it can get to who it needs to get to. Ashe, Ashe. 11 people. Yes, you had saw it when it was at 11. Peace, love, and light. Keep the hearts going. So that enlightenment is like, the destruction comes. Enlightenment does not come without destruction, because in order to be enlightened, something has to fall away. Because something is destroyed or there's a deconstruction of something, then you become enlightened, right? This is why they say experience teaches wisdom. You become enlightened because of something that has happened or is about to happen or that is happening. That's what our angel codes are speaking to us about. When you see light codes, it's not an angel like stalking you, like, oh, my angel's here, my angel's here. But it can be looked at as that way, you know? It's really you in tune with the angles of light. The angels of light are your angles of light. And it's based on what you're sending out. And then that's what you're attracting. That's the messages that you're attracting. It's your confirmation. It's your energetic confirmation that this is what's happening. This is what you're calling for. This is what you're calling yourself into. So it's you. You're the angle. Not that there are no such thing as angels, but in this case, the way it is working with you, it is you being the angle of light. And so, as I said, when I saw a lot of 1111, it was right before my dark night of the soul. Like, anywhere I went, I saw 11. 11, 11, 11. So, it could mean that there is destruction happening now, that you're in the midst of enlightenment because something is, you know, falling away. It could mean that it already happened, and this is confirmation that now you're enlightened through something about a particular thing. Or you could be on the brink of it. It could be like right there about to happen. And then here it is. Ashe. There's a destruction before the change, which is rough. Yes, and that's what a lot of people are going through right now. Right? This is why I said doomsday is preparation for a birthday, for the rebirth day. Because when we allow ourselves to have the doomsday in the understanding, overstanding, and understanding that it is only preparing us for what is now coming in. Because for me to get that true timeline, for us to step into that new earth that everybody's talking about, oh, we got to let go of the old earth. You can't carry them bags with you. This is what I was talking about on Friday. Best believe those bags, the things that have been happening to us, particularly in the past few months, the things that we're feeling now, a lot of us are kind of coming to a clearing right now, right? It depends on how you are embodying the information. It depends on how you're taking it through your nervous system. But a lot of us are kind of coming through the clearing of what was happening, you know, within that 6-month window. Thank you for the heart meet. Within that 6-month window, Jem, thank you for the heart. Within that 6-month window between October, from let's say from September to March, when Third Eye Atlas was updating our system. Let's not forget that. At least we forget. We were being updated. Us in the earth. So a lot of us right now are coming into that clearing, but we're still calibrating. We have to allow our nervous system to really calibrate what the heck is going on. We got to be able to pass it through our mind-body complex, understanding what is for you and what is not for you. What is in your bloodline that you may have broken, and now you don't have to attach to that anymore. Some of you are feeling that level of I don't care anymore. And not to be mean, I don't care, just I don't care, right? What happened to, let me see, what happened to your dark night of your soul? Oh, what happened to your dark night of your soul? Oh, that's a story. Y'all want that story right now? Like story time? I'm going to see if I can make it small. For me, the dark night of the soul happened in 2020. For me, that was coming out of basically I was a narc survivor, right? So coming out of a narcissistic relationship, not knowing that I was like with a covert narcissist. So, and this happened just before, this was like January of 2020. It was already breaking down before that, like from 2019, like around October, right? I never forget, I sensed something coming, right? And just watching what was happening, there was a devaluing. I was in the stage of devaluing. For any of you who know about narcissists, we really I'm going to get into that story more when we have the narcissist conversation. So look out for when I do the live about narcissists, because I'm really going to go into that more. But just to give you a little bit, January hit. It hit me. I was left with like 4 children to take care of by myself. And it's like, what the heck just happened? I was devalued and discarded. I was in that stage. And so I had to really grapple with all that. It took about 5 months for me to bring myself back to myself. And then the pandemic happened. I got to be careful how I say it, 'cause they be wanting to block me. But that happened like in March, right after that. That's why I call March Doomsday. It was on March 20th, but it was right before I was entering into the new year, which I didn't know this yet, but the true new year, I don't got to air quote that, no. The true new year of spring. And then I just hit that spring equinox and things started to come together. That's how my workshops came, together. But that dark night of the soul, it was really draining. It was questioning who you are. Like, it could have destroyed me. When some of you, when we go through dark nights of the soul, it can really be something that drains you, right? Yep, you've been feeling it too. Let me make sure I got that. Abundance, yes. I wonder if this why I've been feeling so tired. Yes, some of you have been feeling tired. Some of you haven't been sleeping. Some of us, because I'm part of that. That's why I just did time pushing back to back. And sometimes it's hard with everything I got going on, sharing this, raising the children still, and preparing for the retreat. For those of you who do see this, that may be coming on the retreat at the end of this month. So I'm getting ready for that, like right now this week, to be in Jamaica and be there for the retreat at the end of the month. So it's a lot that is happening and going on. And as I'm saying that, for anyone who's resonating with this, because I work with how spirit works with things, even if you feel like, well, dang, don't let anything slow or block your mind or show up as a place of resistance. Sometimes we got to know divine timing. So if this hits you in a divine timing type of way, we can't look at other factors and be like, oh, no, because it's not my time. If it's divine timing and it really resonates with you, I would say look into it and make that connection. And I would say make the time. Divine timing is about how you make the time. So if this resonates with you in that way, and I only got 3 seats left, so it's not like I'm trying to get a whole bunch of people in there. But for those who may be sitting with it and it resonates with you, there is still time to get in and get into this passage, right? This ancestral passage that is going to be opening up a next level, opening up dormant codes in your DNA, right? Let me see. My sleeping is totally off lately. Yes, that's been happening to a lot and lots of people, right? So, see, I said I got to be careful what I say, because, look, they took me off already. See, they done kicked me out, and it's probably because I said, Plan Debbie. They be tripping. Share your feedback. Nope. I have to learn how to speak with them. So yes, my sleeping is totally off. It's been off. It's because we're oscillating, right, between the timelines, and the 4th dimension is all about time. All about time. So submit an appeal. Oh, I gotta submit it. You gotta appeal them in order to open it back up. This how they do. Appeal submitted. So facing the time, it's like things are happening quicker, things are slowing down. Some of us need more sleep, some of us need less sleep. These are all factors in us integrating with the frequencies as they're coming in. And this is why the thing about this ancestral workshop, it's called ancestral workshop, but it's not just about the ancestors. As I said, this is about activating your DNA. Your DNA is your God encryption, as I call it. Deoxyribonucleic acid is DNA. God, Lord, fire in the center of my being. That is the word within you. When they say in the beginning was a word, and they say the word was with God and the word became flesh, that's how the word became flesh. Because your DNA is the word. Your DNA is holding your script, your spiritual blueprint, if you will. And it's through that DNA, if you think about it at just a real basic level, we need our blood to become flesh. the blood is the key. The blood holds the codes. We need our blood to become the flesh. So that DNA, that is how the word becomes flesh, because the blood becomes the flesh that we are. The blood becomes the instructions that the body needs. This is the blood is our communication within the body. That's why we have intelligent cells and things like that, right? So I share that with you so we understand when I say ancestral passage, this is not just for people listening to their ancestors, their grandma, their grandpa that passed. This is for, hold on, pre-live rewards ad. Nope, I don't need that. I don't need that. So this is for people that are ready to activate to the next level, because again, this is our information. So what better way to get our information than to remove the blocks, remove the locks, waken the dormant codes, which was another reason that Third Eye Atlas was here. When it was here, Third Eye Atlas is here to help us activate, right? It's activating, it's upgrading and updating our entire solar system. Our entire solar system. And we're a part of it. Well, it was, right? I still think it is. Even though it has left our system, it passed out of our system, passing Jupiter, the grand expansion of wisdom, right? Passing Jupiter. Now I gotta hustle back to live. I gotta tap the hearts for those to find me. But passing Jupiter, which Jupiter is in Cancer, there's no coincidence of this, right? This is why we got to pay attention to the cosmos, because they speak to us, they guide us, they say, hey, this is what's happening now. These are the principalities. These are all energy. We're energy. The planets are energy. These principalities in each house activates a certain type of energy. It activates the principalities of each house, and it speaks to us according to our level of interpretation and consciousness, whatever the collective consciousness understands, and even just what you understand. The universe speaks to us according to our level of interpretation. So whatever it is that you understand, overstand, and understand, that's how it's going to speak to you. That's why they say God meets you where you are. That's not a statement that people take. They'd be like, oh, you could do whatever you do. Like in church, that's how church folks use it. You could do whatever you want to do because God gonna meet you where you at. Yeah, that's real true. God is going to meet you where you are. The great order of divinity is going to meet you where you are, because the kingdom is within you. So wherever you're at, that's where it's going to meet you. And it never imposes. So this is why sometimes when people are praying and asking for certain things and you wondering why you not get it, well, because you're not ready and you're asking for more than you can bear. You're asking for something that you have not worked on releasing. Certain traumas, certain fears, you haven't released what you need to release to even be able to handle this. So even if you got what you want, you will not be able to keep it. You will not be able to sustain it, right? The real quick example is like some people who get money and it's just gone, right? Some people that ask for money, oh, money, I need it. And every time they get money, it's gone because they're not equipped. It's like they got holes in their souls. Like how people say, you got a hole in your pocket. You got a hole in your purse, because whatever comes in, it's not sticking. It's not staying, right? Oh, God, how you doing? God, M-A, I think it's M-A-J. I don't have my glasses with me, but I know you've been here before. Welcome, welcome. Keep tapping up the hearts. Keep tapping up the hearts so we can keep the live going, because everybody, I was on here already and they cut me, so I had to appeal and get it back. That's how you're finding me right now. So, yeah, we are... let me see. Did you say something? Message retracted. Oh, you retracted your message. Okay. So this is not for us to be like, oh, God, it'll be done. It's going to meet you where you at, but it's what you're doing. And it's how you're internalizing it. That's how the frequencies speak to us. So the cosmos speak to us by letting us know, hey, this is the principality. This is what this energy is upholding for you. When this particular planet is in this particular house, it activates a certain type of principality. It is giving us, helping us, guiding us with the energies that we need. Now, we may not like it. This is why some people don't like when Mercury is in retrograde. We may not like it when these planets are in retrograde, but that's why we got to have patience, because retrograde is just it's asking you to come back and have a retrospective look at this. It's giving you the opportunity to come back, check this out. You missed something. You missed a step. You missed a step, so we need you to retrospect. Ashe? It's not to beat you up. It's not to pull you down. It's like, oh, retrograde, because we don't want to sometimes be bothered with doing the work. And it's really, the energies are going to pull you back in a sense, because it's putting everything that's highlighting, because it's activating. It's activating the things that you need for this retrospect. So if you miss something, like Mercury in retrograde, it's like you didn't see that in that communication. You missed a step. Right? You missed a step. You sinned, right? Because all sin is a misstep. You missed a step, you sinned. So you didn't see that. So it carries you back. It's like, I need you to look back at it. I need you to pay attention to this communication. Mercury's communication, messages. It's the planet of information. It's the planet of travel. And when I say travel, I don't just mean getting on a plane and travel. I'm talking about traveling through the dimensions of your mind, traveling through the dimensions in time, just traveling through your multi-dimensional soul. So it's actually giving you the opportunity to really retrospect to a deep level. Go into your soul, peel the layers back. It's giving you that opportunity to do that. Right? And this is why, as we sang Kofa, those of us who come, this is why this retreat is so mwah. For those who get it, believe me, if it's something where spirit is speaking to you about it, if you wake up, you might be saying no now, but if something, popping like a dream, a vision, something, and something just says retreat, that's your guides and everything guiding you and saying, hey, I need you to be there. There's something that's there for you that you're going to get out of it. This is your passage to unlocking your codes, right? So as I said, this is not to solicitate, but it is to share what may be available for those who it's available for those who have ears to hear. There are 3 spaces left. As I said, it's a very intimate setting, 6 people only. So if it calls on you, reach out, email. You can email me at akilatextry@gmail.com, or you can send me the message here and I'll send you the email, however you want to work it out. It is this month. It is at the end of the month. And so this is really an active passageway. And I was telling someone about it who literally just signed on. Oh, yes, you know who you are, sis. And we were sharing how you open faith, because she definitely wants to be there. And it was like, I'm going to, do my best again. And I was like, well, just to share that is how you unlock the faith path, the faith faculty. And to do that, we can't look at what we can't do, right? When we're wanting to do something, that's why I was telling people, if this speaks to you and you go, oh, but it's not enough time, or it's not enough, and that may really be the case. I'm not saying that, but if we look at those factors, it shuts down the pathways. It shuts down the opportunity to be able to get there. If we look at money, oh, but how am I I don't have the money. If we look at things, it blocks, and you don't get to unlock your faith faculty. The faith faculty is when you go towards something without knowing how it's going to be done. Right? The universe is going, I didn't ask you all of that. I'm asking you, are you willing to take the step? I'm asking you, do you want to go? Do you feel the call? And are you ready and willing to step into divine timing? I'm not asking you to look at why you can't do it. I'm not asking you to look at how you can do it, right? That's being stuck on the details. South Node in Virgo, which we were just working on coming out of and untying. We're still working on some of it, some of us. How to not be so locked into things blocking you because you have to know how, right? That's not true faith. A lot of people like to say, oh, I have faith that if your faith means you need to know how it's going to happen, then that's not true faith. That is not true faith. Can I get an ashe? Ashe, ashe, ashe. Tap the hearts. Thank you for coming through. Keep tapping the hearts so that more people can find it. If you are, let me say that again. If you are saying that your faith is I have faith I'm going to get something, but you sitting there trying to figure out how and the details, then that is not faith. You are not working the faith. You are not operating in true faith because you're trying to put your hands in it. This is why the seventh day, or the seventh day, which I call the seventh step in the creative process, that Genesis story is a 7-step process of the creation story, how we co-create with the divine. It's not about the beginning of the world. It's about when we co-create. This is a creative process every time. From step 1, let there be light, illumination in the crown, all the way down to the day of rest in the root, meaning rest and reflect in the manifestation thereof. And on the day of rest, it is when you take your hands out of it, right? When the co-creative process, we're doing a lot of things all the way through the 6th step, right? That's why on the 6th day it says, and man, he made man in his image. Because that is a step of realization. You have realized who you are. You have realized with your real eye that you are both male and female, created he, them both. It's telling you that you have realized that you are the modality of frequency and energy, and that is masculine and feminine energy. That's the harmony of duality. You are both. That's why it keeps, y'all go back and look at that book. Why, look at how it repeated it. How many times did it have to say male and female created he, them both, created he, them both, male and female? Like, just read it. When things are being repeated, there's a reason why it's being repeated. It's not about the creation of the first man and woman called Adam and Eve. It's about you realizing that you are the modality of frequency, Adam and Eve, masculine, feminine energy, created he, them both. You are that. That's all the way through the 6th step, the 6th day, right? In his likeness, exactly. In his likeness, created he, them both. And so when you have realized that, the next step, very important step. A lot of people just think, oh, and he rests. That's not a day to be lazy, but it is a day to reflect, to elevate, to shift and transcend into the manifestation that you have brought forth. It is to take your hands out of it, as I like to tell people. When you get to the 7th step, the 7th day, it's taking your hands out of it. Not trying to fix anything, not trying to know everything. It's just, it's a complete surrender moment. And it's allowing the mystical essence of the divine to meet you where you are in the dimensions in time. It's a type of surrender that's saying, I know I'm okay and willing. I'm willing to be okay with not knowing everything. I'm willing to be okay that I don't need to know how this is done. I just know I did my part. Steps 1 through 6, I did my part. I had the illumination, let there be light. I had the faith. I came into faith, separating the firmament from the waters, realizing unlimited possibilities and potential, right? I came into imagination, image my nation, because imagination forms things. Abracadabra means speak it and it shall appear. So when you speak, you form. And that is how land was formed, right? I'm just taking y'all through it real quick. Take me through there. Take me through there. Right? And then on the 4th day, what happened in the heart? What happened in the heart? He made the sun and the moon and the stars. That's the energetic body. That's will and understanding. That's the 4th step is you need will and understanding. You need understanding to understand the instructions coming in from the illumination, coming in from the light. You need understanding, and then you need to be willing to do as it goes further down into those chakras. I'm giving y'all a whole lot right now. For those who get it, if you following me along, you getting it and you're paralleling it right with the chakras. Right? So that's the 4th step. And the 5th step was what? Discernment, discrimination, discernment. The fowl of the air, the fish of the sea, the beast of the field. Every creeping thing that creepeth. This is understanding the many different aspects of you. This is understanding the compartments, the different compartments where things are. Things got to be in their place. Put things where they go. Ashe, see, and the acorn just dropped. Energetically, physically, all of that, right? Let me see what some of y'all are saying, because I just seen it going up. Yes, rejuvenate, ashe. Shift and ascend, yes. Rest is, if you listen to, thank you for repeating that. Rest is to reflect, evolve, or elevate. I say elevate. Reflect, elevate, shift, and transcend. That's what you're doing in that rest. That's why he says, I'm the scripture that all man thoughts are not of his own. Yes, I am. That God encryption that I was talking about, that's the I am. Right? Oh, you had caught 744. Thank you. That's manifestation, or what I call return to completion, with a harmony of foundational balance. Right? It's like you have to stop thinking. Yes, you get it, King. That's it. So the seventh day, the seventh step, rest is about take your mind over it. Take your mind out of it. I was saying over because I see over. Take your mind out of it, over it. Stop overthinking. Thank you for the rose. Thank you for the rose. It's like a horizon around your essence. Beautiful. Thank you. You see, oh, thank you. Because I'm in such a zen. So you just seeing the energy that I'm in. I'm having a whole zen day today. I did a sweat lodge earlier this morning, and it was like going, it's kind of symbolic of going back into the womb and then coming out. And when you come out, it feels like birth. It's like after you come out of there. And then I was here at this event today, this beautiful botanical gardens, and sharing some of the information that I'm sharing with you right now. But I gave them a little bit more, little bit of what I do, explaining what I do. And I'm being a Reiki master. I was out here giving some people some Reiki. So I'm just in the energy of it all, right? I'm learning so much right now. Ashe, welcome in. Thank you. Thank you. Or I should say, we're welcome. I'm glad you're getting it. I'm glad you're hearing what is for you. Ashe. And so when we understand, overstand, and understand this, we understand that we are co-creators in the creative process, and that this is the step, this is the alignment, and the seventh day is to be respected as a rest. I do nothing on my seventh day. My seventh day is Monday. And for those who have the 5D calendars, you will see why. And you know, the 5D calendars that I have, our seventh day is Monday. Like, you'll see it. The week literally starts on a Tuesday and it goes all the way to Monday. Why? Because I'm unwinding out of the Gregorian calendar. I'm unwinding out of mankind's rush and go. So like on Monday, everybody got to go, go, go. Monday, I do the opposite. This is how I alchemize the energies as well. This is how I tell the universe I'm coming out of that rat race. And so I'm still, I don't make no appointments on Mondays. I don't do anything I don't have to do on Mondays, unless I like, now I got to do stuff tomorrow because of getting ready for the flight. But usually on a regular, getting ready for the flight, on the retreat. If this resonates with you, email me if you're interested in the retreat. We still got 3 spots left. So if this is for you, email me about the ancestral retreat, where we're going to be unlocking dormant codes. So if you feel something bubbling up in you, for some of you, if you feel yourself coming into something, you feel that skin peeling, like how the lizards peel their skin because it's coming into something new. If you feel that new timeline that you're shifting into, and you're letting go of the old paradigm, you're activating DNA codes, and you're getting ready for this new earth, rebirth into the new earth. You're activating these codes is helping you to channel through the doomsday effect, right? Balancing those frequencies, because when we unlock those codes, that's it. Can't nobody say nothing to you, right? For some of you right now, nobody can't say nothing to you. It is what it is. And it's like, look, I'm done. For a lot of us, it's like, I'm done talking. And it's in a space of attitude of gratitude. It's not nothing bad, right? It's not like, oh, I can't. It's like, you know what? I release you to your now. This is what a lot of us got to do. Release people to their now. Release your family to the now. Release your loved ones to your now. Understand things for what it is. It is what it is. Are you under attack in the bloodline? Yes. If you're a generational curse breaker and a karmic loop breaker, you're under attack. The energy's coming for you. But when you stand firm, when you understand who you are, when you're on the foundational balance, a strong foundational balance, and you know the power that you walk with, when you got these codes awakening in you, it doesn't matter what's going on around you. And so we're releasing like we've never released before. A lot of you are feeling like, why this is like, you may be feeling things kind of falling away. You may feel a sense of even grieving and you don't even know why you're grieving. But it's because as you're shifting, that old thing is falling away because why? It can't go. It can't go with you. That is like you're passing this field. Some of us that are shifting, this is what I call quantum leaping through certain timelines. And as we pass this major field, it's like something is being ripped away from you. Like the image I'm getting is when Wolverine was trying to get to Jane when she was just blasting all his flesh off. He was the only one that could do it because he regenerates so quickly. But it's like that. Things are being blasted off of you that it's just, it can't go. So some things you may be wondering, it could be a job, it could be a relationship. We really got to stop trying to hold on to things in a particular way. Because some of us could be spiritual until it hits a certain way, right? Until it hits a favorite loved one, a favorite family member. It's like, oh, I know this is happening. But then when something is getting pulled from you, and it doesn't necessarily mean they can't be around you, but what's happening is the way that you have engaged in them, the way that you have thought it was going to be is no more. And we have to accept that. We have to be in a space of acceptance. Ashe? Because when you're in a space of acceptance, thank you for the heart me. When you are in a space of acceptance, that is the closest thing to the love. It is the love frequency. It is the closest thing to actually being and embodying love. Acceptance. That means accept what you like, accept what you don't like. Ashe? Wolverine doing anything for love, being torn apart. Yes, and that's like what we're doing, anything for the love frequency, which is the fifth dimension. Imagine Jane, right, being the fifth dimension. That's what it's like right now. We doing anything to get to the fifth dimension, anything to get to that love frequency. And as it's happening, our flesh is being blasted off of us. And only those who have the power to be a Wolverine, to be able to regenerate, these are the light warriors, those who can regenerate like this. But we got to be willing to do what? Take the hit. Do y'all see how Wolverine was moving through that? It doesn't mean his flesh isn't getting blown off. It doesn't mean he's not feeling it. It means it doesn't matter because he knows he's regenerating. Come on now. Thank you for that part. And faithfully, you get what I'm saying. It means that you know that who you are and you're okay with it. You'll take the blast of flesh. And what that is for some of us is the things that we like in our carnal mind, right? I'm not talking literally your flesh, but for some people it may be. Some people are going through bodily things right now. Your flesh is being torn away. The things that you want to have the way you want to have it is being blasted away. The relationship that you want to have the way you want to have it is being blasted away because you're moving towards 5D. Now, if you don't want it to be blasting you away, then don't move to 5. Like, don't go towards Jane, okay? This is why the other X-Men couldn't go towards Jane. They were not equipped. You got to be a Wolverine. You got to know that you regenerate. My light warriors, ashe, ashe. Hey, welcome in, welcome in. Cold-hearted, I'm a cold-hearted snake. Into his eyes. Uh-oh. He's been telling lies. I don't know why it just came to me like that. And as I was saying about snakes, it's some of us are in that season where the skin is peeling, like your whole flesh, all of that dead skin is peeling. Look at that dead skin as the old paradigm. It can't go with you. It is peeling off. That job that you're like, oh, but now I don't have my job. What am I going to do? Do not try to pick that up. Do not try to grab that back up. It is being blasted off of you because it does not serve you. We can't bring it with us. I don't know how many people get in it like that. We can't bring it with us. That bag that you tote in, the things that's in our mind, the traumas, the unhealed stuff, those are bags. We can't bring it with us. We got to drop it. Bag lady, you gon' hurt your back, dragging all them bags like that. I guess nobody ever told you all you must hold on to is you, is you, is you. One day he gon' say You crowding my space. One day you gon' say I'm crowding my space. Cause we are in our own way. One day we gon' say to them bags, you crowding my space. Whether consciously or unconsciously, because the more you move towards that true you is the more you're by default saying you crowding my space. Because I can't take you with you. The energy's not letting you. It's like the energies have a bar. It's like TSA, checkpoint. You can't get past checkpoint. You got a bag with you that it can't go. Sorry, it can't go. Right? I'm really thankful for energy, for the energy you are sharing. Grateful. People's poet in the room. I keep changing into storm too fast. You changing into storm like shoo, you move into weather. We got to know how to weather the storm. See, even that's another word in itself. Do you know how to weather the storm? Not storm the weather the storm. I hope everyone is listening to this. Ashe, me too. Me too. Let me see if I missed any. Okay, I caught up with y'all live. So there is a lot happening right now, and this is why I've been called into doing so many back-to-back workshops that some of you have heard. I did a sacral workshop, solar plexus workshop, and then I did the chakra moon workshop with the full moon on March the 3rd, with the, what do you call it? The eclipse, which was activating our lunar nodes, North Node, South Node in Virgo, North Node in Pisces, which was divine timing of Third Eye Atlas. Thank you for the popular, which was bringing the divine timing of what Third Eye Atlas was coming to bring with us. Ashe, Ashe. Oh, we got the, I'm missing the numbers. 755. Ooh, 757. 755 manifestation with the harmony of change. The harmony of change. 757 is change within manifestation. Time to make that change. Woo! It's a lot of changes happen, and y'all wait till Uranus shifts into Gemini. Like, there is so much that is unfolding, and we have to just know where we are placing ourselves, right? What is happening in the midst of time, space, reality. We're on a time-space continuum, right? So everything that I share with us is for us to know ourselves. My main goal when I'm talking to people is like, sometimes in my spirit is like I'm saying, can you please know yourself? Y'all know how important that phrase is? Know thyself. It's not just to know your name or where you come from. It's to know the unknown aspects of you. Please know yourself, because what you don't know is dooming you in. Those who are like, we're at such a pivotal point right now where the universe is handing us such a helping hand to help us move into the fifth dimension, to help us shift. A lot of us star seeds came here for this particular point at this particular reason and time to be a part of the shift. Not because we're here to shift the world, but because we're here to shift within ourselves, within our own souls, that becomes a part of shifting the world. How we help with the planetary ascension is how we help in our own soul's ascension, the soul unfolding journey. You as a holistic soul came here for a reason to do your particular bidding in your life, world, and affairs. You have chosen every bit of this experience, good, bad, and the ugly, so you could transcend it. And that is how you become a part of the remembering. You're being challenged to, instead of folding when things happen, to find what's happening, to find the pattern, to remember, because we're all a part of the remembering. The universe, I'm not even going to say the universe wants you to, because it's not about God wanting you to, however you want to look at it. It is about the choice that we made in the inclusion and integration with this planetary ascension. We made that choice for whatever reason in our spirit, in our spiritual self, in our higher self, whoever we were before coming into this dimension. We chose to have a particular experience. When we understand and overstand and understand that, we stop fighting things. We stop trying to make things our way. We understand that it's going a particular way so that we can do what we need to do along this pathway. Ashe, ashe. It's no way around it but to go through it. So we're having this experience to gain what? Wisdom. And I'm not just talking regular wisdom. It's a certain level of wisdom that we're up leveling at a multi-dimensional level. This is why Jupiter is helping us right now with the planet being the planet of expanded wisdom, expanding us into the knowledge, and expanding knowledge is wisdom. While it's in Cancer, speaking to us through familial issues, through the family, it's expanding our view and our vision on things that we've been seeing in the family. I can't make this ish up. Right? One of these cameras is just looking so bright. Both of them look brighter than it really is out here. Like right now it's getting dark. And I'm like, man, it still looks bright. Right? And even that is a word. Some of us, as we're entering into the fifth dimension, we looking around, it's like, man, things are getting dark. The war is this. And it's like, don't nobody care about the war. Come on, that's not 5D. There's no reality in that. That's an illusion. And everything that they're talking about is an intrusion of the illusion. And what that feeling is, it's like, even though it's getting dark, you know, to the eyesight, look how the camera is catching the light. Look at the lens of the camera. What does your lens say for you? It's getting dark, but damn, it's a lot of light because you're the light. We're the light. We're the light beings. Right? So there's a lot I could go off on. I'd love to share more and more with you all. Message me if there's a certain particular topic you want me to talk about. We're already going to talk about this narcissist because it's not just about a person being a narcissist. We're talking about the narcissistic energy, y'all, because it's everywhere. Right? When I said the bloodline is under attack, it's for you to understand what's happening in the bloodline, and it happens through this narcissistic energy. There's an entity, right? Which the narcissist is just a wounded person when it's a person, but the narcissist is like wearing a mask. It covers everything with a mask so that you don't see, so you don't know, so it doesn't know itself. This energy that's being very narcissistic, gaslighting, right? We got family members gaslighting, and it's not to rag down on them. Again, release them to their now. In the love frequency, love them for who they are. But know that whatever you're trying to get out of them, it's not going to happen. That's true acceptance. Stop trying to get something out of people that they're just not there. Stop trying to get certain outcomes that it's like, release that. Move towards what you are here to move towards. Do what you are here to do. However that, you know, is being played upon you and showed to you, right? I have had a dark night of the soul, and ever since, it feels like these days, most days, I wake up going through the dark night of the soul. Can you say why that may be? Well, it's like a vibration. Like we go through the dark night of the soul, and remember, it's in our codes, it's in our DNA, it's in our remembering. So it activates that that essence, and certain things that happen may trigger that remembering. So it's like, even though you went through the dark night of the soul, there are some things that it still triggers, and it may be some parts of you that have not healed, that have not processed that wounds, or have not processed those emotions fully and thoroughly. That's why when people say, oh, I got over that. Well, if you did not process the emotions, you did not. Or I forgave them already. Well, if you did not process the emotions, you did not. You did not truly forgive, because there are bits and pieces, there's some debris, there's some things left. And that's what some of us may be feeling too. It's like, man, I thought I got through this already. Man, and it's not that the universe is beating up on you. It's that there's some bits and pieces that are still left that haven't been addressed. And as long as it is in you, in your body, in your mind-body complex, it exists as a pain body in your body somewhere. And so certain things happen that like activates it. Ooh, I got light. Let there be light. Right? Certain things activate it. So sometimes it may be a thing that happens. It just may be a passing thought. which means there may be just something still there that hasn't fully been processed and addressed. It's still in your karmic imprint, and it's still waiting on you to fully go through it and unravel it, right? Things that we don't address, thank you for the heart meat, things that we don't address in our karmic imprint, it just comes back in our blueprint. It's not to attack you. It's not to be like, gotcha. It's the karma is really to give you the opportunity. The karma is the grace of the divine to, to get it right next time, to get it right in time, I should say, in the divine time or in the timing that you have. The grace is to allow you the opportunity to get it right. So therefore, karma that is being grace is really helping you out. It's like, hey, you didn't get this, but hey, no worries. You got another life, right? 9 lives, like the cat, right? Here's another cycle. Here you go. Do it again. And then when you come back, you come with the imprint. That karmic imprint is not there to haunt you. Although sometimes when I see some people, I'm like, this is a haunted soul. Meaning that you just keep repeating. You just keep looping and looping and repeating. And this thing is going to keep haunting you. Right? But it's not to haunt you. It is a haunting in your soul, so to speak. But it's not to haunt you. It's a remembering. It's giving you the opportunity. It's holding it there that should you choose to remember, you can transcend this and clear it out of your field. Clear it out of your soul, and when you clear it, you up level in your dimensional soul. That's how you go from being a third dimensional soul to a fourth dimensional soul, and a fourth dimensional soul to a fifth dimensional soul, and then to a sixth, and so on. When you do your soul work, however you choose to get done in a particular lifetime, that determines how you're ascending. So the karma, I just love when we can change the concepts of how we look at things. It's really just about third eye activity, is about changing the perspective. Really transcending something, coming from the polarized, fixations, and transcending something to understand. Hey, karma don't gotta be a bad thing. No. It's giving you the opportunity. It's like, hey, it's like karma's like, I'm just trying to give you your transcript. Script, again, how the word becomes flesh. It is your script. It is transcripted. You know how you go from one school to another and they be like, bring me your transcript? That's what it's like. When we come to earth, it's the school of life. Bring me your transcript. The karma is like, here's your transcript from your last school. Your last school life, here's your transcript. And then that's how you know what to move forward with in the next lifetime. We really got to change how we look at karma. It's not here to get you. It's here to give you a transcript so you can know how to rescript. So we can recourse, transcend in this intercourse, divorce from the old things that we don't need. Ashe? Let me see. The modality of the collective consciousness is unconsciousness, which makes it narcissistic. Yeah, it's that unconsciousness that has the narcissistic energy going, because you're moving around unconsciously, right? And now the rain is coming, so I'm going to have to wrap it up. Like, it's drizzling, but I'm going to have to go. Right? The light came on, now the rain came on. I'm getting the water codes, got the wind codes, and I have my light codes, and I have my earth codes in the sweat lodge. So I did my rebirth. Faithfully, you got all you needed to get. If anyone wants any information, you can always reach me. You can message me, and you can reach me at akilatextri@gmail.com, akilahtextri@gmail.com. You can reach me if you want a natal chart reading, if you want a 5D calendar, if you want just a one-on-one session, maybe to help transition into the fifth dimension. And most importantly, right now, if anything speaks to you about activating these codes, which I just said is that the bloodline, the blood, this retreat, we got 3 spots left. So really think about it, see if it speaks to you, tap in. It's going to be something, a passage like no other. So I speak to those who this resonates with. I'm leaving this week to prepare It's not till the end of the month, so some of you still have some time to still tap in, tune in, to tune up. It is understanding that the ancestors in time are the codes in our bloodline, and we're activating these dormant codes that are already waking up in us. So this is like that, just like the portals we talked about, the 3369, those dimensional portals. This is like that 9. This is a 369. This is the 9 every time. 369 is a 9 every time. And so this is that spiritual completion that's going to really be crossing that threshold as you shed the skin of the old, as your timelines are collapsing, as you're leaving the old paradigm and entering into that new place and space. If you are expatriating and leaving, whether literally, physically, or in your mind, just leaving the matrix in time, this is going to help unlock those codes. So if you're serious about this next level, don't let nothing stop you. Use that faith faculty. Email, message me, and see how you can find your spot. Again, 3 spots left. Ashe? And there goes the light. Bringing it on down. So thank you for those of you who all came through. Let me see the modality of the collective. Okay, so I did get that. Ashe, ashe. So sending you all lots of love and light. The next 2 days I'm going to be real busy. So if you're really serious, I'm talking to serious applicants only. If you're really serious, email me and follow through, because I'm barely going to have time to stop and look at this particular thing. And the next conversation that we have, if I have time, is going to be about the motherhood identity, some things that had came up about that, and maybe we'll talk more about the faith faculty, and just looking at how to push open that faith. Ashe. So thank you again. Peace, love, and light. My friends, to the YouTubies, my apologies who didn't get this information on time about I'm calling to a lot of you who were ready and waiting on this retreat since 2 years ago or a year ago. It's here. We're ready to go. There are 3 spots left. I can't remember whose names or who you all were, because I lost a lot of connection with a lot of you. But if the universe is bringing this to you at a particular time and it's reminding you, then I'm saying here it is. Now it's here. There are 3 spots left. I'm having that open, and I'm speaking to the ancestors, that the energy in the bloodline, the activation, the guides, to keep that open for who it is meant to be. Ashe, peace, love, and light. Let your